Hey, Todd, good to see you again.
Hey, Scott.
Let's take a bit more of a intentional moment here and take a look at that Gartner Magic Quadrant that's just been released as well, and the fact that we've got Sitefinity in a pretty good spot there. So I've just got it up on the screen. We'll tag this and link to it in the comments, but. What does this mean to you? Do you want to just give folks a little bit of a background into what the heck it is we're even talking about at the moment?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think most of us have worked in more than one of these platforms, and we're very familiar with the platforms that show up on this Magic Quadrant. And as a team that's worked with Progress Sitefinity for 16 years now,
That's
I think
right.
both of our teams have been working with it about that same amount of time. The We've really seen the maturity in the product. We're really happy to see that recognition, obviously from Gartner, because we witness the maturity of the product.
We do, yeah.
We're involved in the advisory teams with Progress to see the product planning, the roadmaps, and where they're going, and it's really just become more and more a really great choice for folks. I think for a lot of reasons, because I think the magic thing for me is that Progress has maintained uh, its ability to be licensed in a variety of ways.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things about it that make it more attractive to our customers than, say, an Adobe Experience Manager or something or even a Sitecore that you've got, a more
Mhm.
rigidity and higher cost just in the licensing.
So I'll just pick up on a couple of things you said there. One, we get to be involved in the advisory board, and we get to have a pretty vocal contribution to that vision. And so when I see something like this, and I see that Progress isn't placed more to the right, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, the
Yeah,
vision here is so strong. And I think that's probably an example of where, in collaborating with one of our teams or other members of the Proven Alliance, probably helps you kind of understand a little bit more of the story than what this report and what
sure.
this graphic is showing. Um, Kudos to Gartner for putting this all together and really doing a good analysis of these different platforms. If you do go and get the report, it's free. I highly recommend it. You'll have to put your information in there, but it's a good read and a good resource for folks who are looking for the right platform to underpin their digital experience. But I think that when you get a chance to talk to us, we know the right way to leverage the platform for maximum benefit, as opposed to totally trying to unpack this yourself. And the vision that I just talked about is one that we take to heart when we're doing implementations, and we can advise on what kind of functionality to think ahead on, what to sort of what features are coming, what you want to lean into, that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The second part is kind of like the consistency of their presence and their evolution along that path. I actually do have previous years uh, uh, charts here. This one is that one's from 2 years ago. This one's from last year. So Progress was considered more of a niche player before, and a little bit sort of in the same position the year before that. They've really moved up towards that leader quadrant this year, which means they've done a better job of communicating that completeness of vision, and on the ability to execute column or axis. I think that's so open for interpretation. And one of the things that you commented on that I do like too is the flexibility of sort of the licensing and the model and the way that you can adopt the platform, and it can scale up with your business.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I think that's a big thing for some of our customers is being able to start where you are today, not bite off more than you can chew. And then once you're on the platform, the sky's the limit in terms of what you can do to grow and customize, grow into things like Sitefinity Insight, other integrations and things you may want to do as time permits. And so I think the licensing model lends itself to that really well.
Yeah. I mean, what we always say is, we love the fact that it is a great platform for both a business user, for a content manager, but also for a creative team, and also for a development team. So there's really no constraints applied to what you can produce and create, and come up with when you're working with the platform, which I think just is such a robust story and part of this. I don't think we should move away from this without mentioning that if you look carefully at some of these past quadrants and some of the other names and logos that are on here, and compare that to where they are this year, you've got some of the 10,000-pound gorillas out there that are probably able to command a high premium just for that position here. But a lot of others are moving in a direction that is opposite to the direction that Progress is moving, which shows a commitment to continuing to invest in where the market is going, what customers are asking for, and making sure that when they offer something, it's clear and understood, and they're not over-promising, over-committing, and getting themselves into trouble where they fall down on ability to execute and are disingenuous about that vision.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, listen, if that's something you'd like to know more about, you know where to find us. Drop on by. We'd love to at least have a chat and help you understand that ecosystem a little bit more.
Sounds good. Thanks, Scott.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Todd.
Bye.